Endless runners are a subgenre of platform game in which the player character must move for an infinite amount of time while avoiding obstacles. The player's objective is to reach a high score by surviving for as long as possible. You know, it feels like since the first smartphone, endless runners have become a mainstay. Today we're going to be looking at a bunch of different endless runners, from the OGs to some newer titles with a few lesser known ones mixed in there, so we have a nice palette of variety. The criteria I'm going to use for these is simple: aesthetics, graphics, color, style, tone, originality and innovation, controls and gameplay, sonics, that's sound and music, not the character, and replay value. If a game has sequels, I'll only be using the best entry, and all movie tie-ins cranked out in 2 minutes to promote another soulless product are disqualified. Don't thank me for that one. Barry Steak Fries murders innocent people. And yes, his name is Barry Steak Fries. Don't tell me that it's pronounced Steak Fries or anything like that. The company he's working for is going bankrupt soon, so he figures stealing a jetpack and becoming a superhero is the next logical step in his professional career. The gameplay uses a one-touch system, and when you touch the screen, the jetpack rises, and when you let go, Barry falls. You remember this from your childhood. It has a charming pixel art style that still looks really good more than 10 years after its release, and the large amount of alternate vehicles, missions, and constant updates a decade in keeps it pretty fresh. But the amount of ads and in-app purchases, there's characters and special themed packs that can only be purchased with real money, not even the in-game currency, have me believing that Jeff Bezos is on the board of directors for this one.
Jeffrey Bezos, Jeffrey Bezos. You charge such reasonable fees. You charge such reasonable fees. Your fees are reasonable. You charge a great price. Cap!
Another OG classic. This also came out 11 years ago and still holds up with an incredible hand-drawn-esque style and a cute, whimsical soundtrack that sells a similarly intuitive one-touch gameplay. Unlike Jetpack Joyride, this one is physics-based, and so you're a little bird whose wings are too small to fly, so your objective is to off of hills. It has a level of simplicity that makes it easy to pick up but complex to master, because most of it is based on timing. So the game has missions to keep every playthrough feeling new, and there's a racing mode if you want to mix it up even more. It won Apple's Game of the Year award in 2011, and I definitely see why. It's wholesome. The game. Great. Here's another one-tap physics-based flying game. You control a cute character named Ava with an assortment of strange flying contraptions. My favorite when I played through was a handy little yo-yo, but she has a glider held together by tape, an umbrella, a jet-powered trombone. It's whatever, man. Ava has a PhD in engineering. Okay, so the goal is to avoid touching the floor, and while you're flying around, you have to avoid a bunch of obstacles. It has a striking but simple vector art style, an effective atmosphere, and a multiplayer racing mode too. Neat. It's fine. Running Fred is what you'd get if Jigsaw tried his hand at crafting a temple run.
Hello.
Do you want to play a game?
The second in a series of Fred games: Falling Fred, Football Fred, Skiing Fred, Waiting Fred, Factory Line Fred, Crying from Falling into Irrelevancy Fred, you know, the classics. This one's 10 years old and definitely looks his age, but it's still a lot of fun and has a dry, dark sense of humor that adds a lot of personality. You're running from the Grim Reaper with a tilt-based control system as he chases you through a house of horrors with traps ready to— Whoa, damn! Okay. Slice and dice you up with a lot of blood and gore, and that's the main thing setting this game apart. But if you want to, you can also switch it off. There's also another mode with linear levels if you want a more traditional platformer, and the customization options are pretty wide, but this one doesn't hold up as well as its counterparts. Like the zombies in this game, this thing was everywhere when it came out, and for good reason. It looks and sounds fantastic, even at 10 years old, and it plays really smoothly with a fun limited weapon mechanic, and it has a clever twist on the endless runner genre. There's a smart mission system with varied game modes and high stakes, and this kept me entertained for a while. And I still remember the massive craze of The Walking Dead and all those zombie-related IPs in 2012 that made this even more popular. There's a part 2 of this game that's even bigger and better, but they ditched the endless runner aspect of the game for a story with levels and multiple endings. But this still holds its own. Elite. This is Subway Surfers with a Sonic reskin, pretty much. But you can swipe down and roll to hit enemies on the course, which saves animals that you can adopt, and you make like a home for them or something. But man, oh man, are they creepy as hell. Like, don't be letting any of these out of your sight for even a second. When you adopt a certain number of these, you unlock new environments and new characters. The weirdest part of the game for me though is that every 3 minutes or so, Sonic jumps off a trampoline and looks like he's about to go Super Saiyan or something. But then you swipe to do a couple lame BMX poses and then you continue running. I don't know, for me this really slows down the momentum of the game and it breaks the immersion. I prefer Go Sonic Go. It's fine. Where do I start with this one? According to the description on the App Store, this grandma breaks out of an angry asylum and punches a bunch of robots, jumps over a weird smiling taco, and has to dodge a giant dinosaur with like a hat or something. Are they sure this isn't just like a regular asylum? She's probably just trying to reach her grandson from Subway Surfers and beat his ass for being a rebellious criminal. And look, I wouldn't want to see her bad side. I mean, have you seen them jumps? Anyways, this game plays exactly like Temple Run, but has none of the pizzazz or focus. It literally reads more like a room of old executives thinking that louder and more colorful means more fun. Especially for kids. And the animation is absolutely terrible. This is trash. If somebody watched that scene in Inception and said, "Whoa, you know, we should make this into a game," and then that person that they told that responded with, "Why don't we just get Christopher Nolan to direct the game?" you'd end up with this. Even the description of this game sounds like something straight out of Tenet. A fast-paced action game about a physicist searching for the elusive Boson X, using his own body to create high-energy collisions inside a massive particle accelerator to discover new particles. Use precise timing and fast reflexes to navigate a hazardous subatomic world where floors and ceilings don't exist. Did you get any of that? No?
Don't try to understand it. Feel it.
And it totally does feel different from anything else on this list. You jump from side to side and forward, trying to build up enough energy to make some collisions. It's fun, it's unique, and I'm a little worried about this reviewer. By the way, this jab at every pay-to-win runner in the description is great because the game is all the better without them. Yeah, this one's great. Okay, listen. You see that wave? That's him inviting you into the criminal underworld.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
After committing a misdemeanor, you're chased by a surprisingly fit policeman for his size until you meet your doom. I understand why this is the most popular endless runner. It's colorful, it's addicting, and 37% of your childhood. Elite. Hold on, wait. I know you're about to type a
Swiss, PinOut is actually a pinball game. It doesn't qualify for this.
Yes, it does. Okay, take another look at that definition at the beginning of the video. In this game, you're trying to obtain a high score through a variety of levels of increasing difficulty and design while trying to ensure you don't run out of time. This game is incredible, from the immaculate graphics with a futuristic neon look to featuring one of the best soundtracks in mobile game history. It's a no-brainer to see that you can get the whole thing on vinyl, double pressed with the smash hit soundtrack. Just listen to this.
Feels like somebody's watching me.
There's a few cool power-ups and minigames that add a fresh spin to each level, as well as giving you the chance to add some more valuable time. And you can pay to get access to checkpoints so you can start from a specific level, but the fact that I've been able to finish this game more than twice and reach overdrive mode for free really speaks to its quality. The only downside to this game is that the levels aren't procedurally generated like the other Endless Runners, meaning that each level is designed one specific way, but with the tight and varied level design, there's still a lot of replayability. Elite. You control a white ball barreling down a twisting road with the left and right side of the screen, and you have to make sure not to fall off. You can jump off the side of the road and land further down to cheat it a little bit, but you can't be in the air for too long, otherwise the game ends. There's a great hypnotic soundtrack that builds a lot of tension, and the minimalist style is clean. It's fine. I ain't even gonna hold you. Hipster Whale is genius for this one. They took the classic arcade game Frogger and just reinvented it for mobile with some timeless pixel graphics, and it really works. You start as a chicken crossing the road and you have to avoid cars, drowning, crocodiles, and an eagle if you stand still for too long. Look, it's a dangerous world out there. He's back? More like he's replaced. Damn, this frog looks like he's seen some things. It's a great game with an insane amount of alternate characters that poke fun at pop culture and add their own unique spin on the game. Sometimes literally. The humor and charm is more than enough to put a smile on my face. It's great. Tap on the right side of the screen to dash punch, the left side to uppercut, and both to block. This thumb masher has a sick retro 8-bit style, a cool chiptune soundtrack, and whimsical humor with simple and effective gameplay. It has missions to keep you busy, and you can customize your character in some pretty fun ways. Something that reminds me of Jetpack Joyride with this game is you can sometimes find these eggs that give you some sort of character or alternate vehicle that switches up the gameplay a little bit more, and that's always pretty cool. It's fine. One of the best looking mobile games ever made next to iconic work like Monument Valley, Alto's Odyssey invokes the one-tap physics-based gameplay of Tiny Wings, but has you controlling a sandboarder who jumps and does tricks through incredible landscapes. People enjoy meditating to the beautiful visuals and soundtrack so much, there's even a Zen mode where the character will just get up if he wipes out. Broken neck? Just walk it off, fam. Elite. You tap to fly through pipes that look like they were ripped straight from Mario. This game managed to expose people's ugly sides to the point that trolls actually ruined the creator's life. He deleted a game that was making him $50,000 a day. That's insane to me. Anyway, I can understand the frustration. This game can make you feel things.
So, who is the winner now?
Trash. The Temple Run games were so popular they could have come pre-installed on iPhones. I mean, remember when YouTube was pre-installed? Good times. The premise seems very Indiana Jones inspired. You snatch an idol in a temple and start being chased by terrifying demon monkey looking creatures. Standard procedure, you know, the usual. The game still looks really nice and there's a lot of variation in the locations and characters. Usain Bolt and Bruce Lee are in here, which is, take that as you will. This one was 46% of your childhood. This one's great. This is a hypnotic, abstract visual masterpiece where you travel at a constant speed and fire a limited amount of metal balls at glass obstacles. And if you run out of ammo, the game ends. You can get more balls if you don't... You can get more balls if you don't miss any crystals that regenerate your ammo supply, but if you miss or get hit, you lose 10, so the tension is high. And like with PinOut, there's specifically designed levels, but the premise is so fun and unique that this one really stands out for all the right reasons. 'Elite. You're an alien creature trying to reach as high as you can while avoiding obstacles like black holes and the alien's X's or something. I don't know. You tilt your phone from side to side to control the character, and it's a lot of fun to play. You know, this is an OG, and the hand-drawn style and colorful sound effects add a lot of appeal to the simple but effective presentation. It's great. This is how you adapt a classic game for a new medium. I'm looking at you, Sonic. Made in association with Hipster Whale, the game has a similar feel to Crossy Road, but features the iconic Pac-Man with an endless runner twist to the classic formula. It plays seamlessly, and the added power-ups and customization options make it a must-play for any fans of the original or the subgenre. Elite. Anyway, so that's my mobile games endless runner tier list. Let me know if I missed out any games or where you would have placed these on your tier list. Also, let me know what else you'd like to see some tier lists for. And if you enjoyed this, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm going to be making a top 10 video ranking on every endless runner game, so we'll be finding out where every game on the elite tier goes. I'll catch you in the next one.